Hi everyone, my name is Liza Spirit. I'm a futures day trader and welcome to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, I want to do a recap of the months of November together with you. I will show you my trades. I will show you where do I currently stand, how did the months of November go for me, what is also about my 5K challenge that I started a few months ago, where is it and how is it going. So it will be all covered in this video. Overall, in the months of November, I'm up 80% in my account and I did not have a single losing day and I did not have a single losing trade. So overall, I'm very happy with my execution in the months of November. They were some not the best trades, and you will see it in the charts as well. You will see it in monthly calendar as well, and I'm about to show it all to you. And another important fact that I want to say is that right now I'm recording this video on December 1st, which is Sunday, and I do still have one open trade, which is a swing trade in my account. So I'm not including that into the November. That trade will go to December stats and December overview. So you will watch it later in a month from now and you will know how did that open swing trade go for me. So now let's switch the view and we will dive deeper into looking at the charts and I will show you my trades for the months of November. So let's look at my trades and recap in general, like how was the months of November. As I said before, I'm up 80% on my account for the months of November, and I will even set the date range here, just kind of we know that it's exactly, I'm telling you that I'm recording this video on December 1st, so here we go. So 80%, 14 trades I took in the months of November, and I did not have a single red day and not a single red trade for the months of November. That's why I'm feeling pretty happy and satisfied with myself for the months of November. That's the first time when I have like like no red days, no red trades in general. And of course, not all of the trades were great and ideal. So some of them I was able to cut pretty fast before it kind of reversed against me. So my execution, I would rate it 7.5 out of 10 because it could have been better for some of the trades. And let's just look at the numeric value here. And as I said before, in a percentage, it is 80%. Important to say that I started that challenge with growing my account from $5,000, tried to grow it to 20, to 10, to 20, to 40, 50, and so on. And I just started that, I would say, 2 months ago, back in the beginning of October. I was still at $5,000. Then on October 7th, I actually had a big, massive losing day. And let me turn it, and you could see that it was 20% from my account, which was a lot, which was $1,000 that I was down on that trade. Not a good trade. I didn't cut it on time, and yeah, it was so bad. But what's important to say that for the month of September, I wasn't really trading a lot, and I have the stats as well that I can share for the month of September. I was traveling, I was on and off. So month of September was $671. Month of October, we finished with $923. But what's important to say that after that huge massive red day, I took 1 week off. I wasn't looking at the charts. I just needed some break. I needed to readjust. It just in general for the past half a year, there've been a lot of things happening in my personal life. So I just needed time off screen. And once I got my time off screen, everything started just getting better. And you could see the result. You can see how things went in the months of November. Overall, I'm up $4,000, which is US dollars. And I started at the beginning of the month. You will see it on the screen. So I have it saved here for myself. So at the beginning of the month on November 1st, I was at $7,120. And that's where we currently end, with extra $4,000 up on the account. And I only trade micro contracts because in Canada, I trade with interactive brokers, and in Canada, there's not a lot of room for margin. I know in US, the margin is completely different in comparison to Canada. So when I started trading with was $5,000, I could only get two micro contracts. So growing account, and let's open all of the trades as well. So growing account, I started with 2, and you could see it even mid-November. I was still trading with 2 contracts, micro contracts, and 3, and then last one I had 5, I think, because I added some extra trades, extra contracts to that winning trade. So that's why it's slowly but surely. That's what I want to emphasize here. You don't have to go heavy and trade one full actually ES contract. You can start with micro, and with micros you can slowly but surely grow your account. You can make like every day $200. That's already a great deal for you. So that's why you can see on execution how many contracts, you can see how many ticks as well. So that's what I was saying, that I was closing, if anything, and if I could see that something is not moving in the right direction and the price is going to reverse and go against me, I would cut it just to secure some profit at least. And the whole goal is to preserve the capital. That's a whole mentality I've been having, and especially trading your own capital. You want to make sure that you preserve that capital. So that's why right now I can trade like from 2, I got to 5. I think I can actually even trade 6, but I'm not gonna trade 6 because I want to have extra room. You know, with a margin, you want to make sure that you have extra room, if anything, and I can have extra contract if I need to average down, if I need to add one more contract. So I'll love to have this extra room. So that's why maximum probably going into the months of December, I think I'm going to stick with 4 contracts. I had few days when I was trading 4, not a lot. You could see that majority of them were 2 to 3. And I had recently, like the last one was 5. So I will stick to trading 4 micro contracts for the months of December. And the goal is to double the account again. So that's where I currently stand. I doubled my account. We are at 11,000. So yeah, technically took 2 months being in and out, taking that big 1K loss and going back in the months of November pretty strongly. And I'm super happy with the results, and I'm super happy with my trades in general overall. So if we look here, what is important to say? Like here you can see average win loss. I believe it just in general, there is no date range for the specific time, but let's look at November more. And you don't have, I don't have average win or loss trade just because I didn't have any losing trades in the months of November. As I said before, total 14 trades taking. That's another point. The moment it was so funny to compare myself. I can actually show you right now, last year, November, and this November, there's a huge, massive difference in my execution and how many trades I take, in my strategy. It's just so fascinating to see. That's why I always highly recommend you do the journaling, because you can better see your growth, you can better see your progress, where do you currently stand, how things are moving as well. So if we look at the trades, what it's interesting that I was sticking to my rules. I had temptation to start, as you know, I think I said it so many times in my previous videos. I have a rule that I don't enter the trades before 7 a.m. or if it is before 7 a.m., I need a clear A+ setup. That's why, the only reason why I would enter. So you can see it here, 7:01, 7:44, 7:04, 7:01, and you can see that all of those trades were after 7 a.m. I had one 6:59, 6:59, but with that trade, like just the trend was pretty evident, pretty clear to me. It was only two micro contracts, 258 made, entry price 6,030, exit 6,014, 210 ticks. So it was just clear. I didn't want to wait any extra time, so that's why I entered. The same idea here, but you can see that it's less ticks and was double the contract. So that another trade is better. Was a better trade. That's another proof that I entered earlier, and that was nothing. Like, yes, I closed it for profit, but could have been better. So you can see I entered here, and then I exit here, right? So, and that was a short trade. So that wasn't a good trade. Like, you can see it clearly that it was not the best trade. Something that I always love to look more and analyze more, just to understand. And I think, like I averaged down here, that's why you see 4 contracts instead of 2. Yes, ended up closing it for profit, but was it a good trade? Not really, and you gotta acknowledge that. That's why you can clearly see the trend. Like, personally for me, I know that if I rush my trades, if I enter before 7 a.m., there's always something that is going to happen. That's why you could see 653 entered, only got out at 10 a.m. That's not, like, this is not good. This is not good. I had one oil trade over, should be somewhere for the month of November, which was, so for oil, for example, while I'm trying to search for it, for oil, my strategy is different. And for oil, I don't have that specific like early morning setups for oil, because I trade with the trend lines. The setup and the criteria for entering and exiting, they are different. And yeah, I will show you as an example of losing trades. And that's where I'm talking about entering. When I enter too early, when I don't wait for confirmation, that's what happens. Look at losing trades. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Entered, it's NQ. I stopped trading NQ. I was trying to test this strategy. I know that at 11 a.m. there is always some extra moves happening on NQ. And you could see I entered and I closed like 15 minutes later on, just for like down $55, which is not a big deal. I knew that, like, okay, yes, strategy is not working. I'm just getting out. That's it. But you can see here, yes, my 7 a.m. 6:45, 6:31 p.m. Why, for goddamn sake? And that's the biggest loss that I had, the one in October, that I entered September 30th and closed it, yeah, literally a week later. I had an opportunity to actually close it for profit, but I was so greedy and I was like never satisfied. I was holding it for 2 days. I'm not here to close it for break even. I'm not here to close it for $200 profit when I was in profit. And because I was so stubborn, I was so greedy, and I ended up closing it, of course, for down 1K. So that was back in October. Learned that lesson. Learned that, okay, like, please stop being greedy. Please try to like just save your capital and preserve the capital. That's why in the months of November I had a completely different mindset, a completely different mentality, because I learned from that huge loss, and I just moved on. Took a week off, moved on, just realigned with myself, and I was ready for the months of November. So then again, look at that. Yes, 10 a.m. Look at that. 7 a.m. 6, like literally 6, not even like, yeah, seconds. And of course, again, holding it for 3 hours, holding it forever, not exiting it. Entry price was not a good price because it just closed to resistance to 6,000, and like, yeah, like 6 seconds. Like, it's not enough to wait for any confirmation. Just wait and see. Like, I rushed the trade. 6:45, 6:52. So you could see the timing NQ. Again, I was testing, I told you, 11 a.m. strategy. Why did I enter earlier? No idea. Like, as well, didn't follow my rule. didn't follow my rule here. Didn't follow, that was NQ. For NQ, I don't know why I even entered it, because I don't have that even strategy for trading NQ. Like, it was a mess. That was back in November, September and August as well. So I could clearly, after analyzing the months of October, September, the key idea, the key problem, I was always rushing my trades. I was not waiting for confirmation. I was assuming like that's how it's supposed to be. But the moment I switched that, the moment I was like, no, I gotta be strict with myself. You don't have to trade daily. That's another point, right? In order to execute your strategy. If you see that it's not working, if market is not moving, don't enter. So that's why in the months of November, because I was so strict with my rules, because I was so strict with cutting the trades, like bad trades, when you clearly see that this is a bad trade, it's not going in the right direction, it's just like, no, this is a bad trade. I've had probably 2 or 3 trades like this in the months of November, where I think I entered once when there was literally no trade. Like, there was nothing, like market was just sideways. And I just entered. Why? Like, and I think I just cut it for like $50 profit just to get out, because market was not moving anywhere. Just don't want to waste your time. Why did I enter like at the first place? That's another question. But again, you just got to reflect on it. You got to analyze all of this, and you got to look at where you potentially make all of those mistakes. So if we go back to my dashboard, and that's overall up on the account from my 5K. I started with 5K, that's extra 5 doubled. So technically I doubled the account. And let's go back to November one more time and look at trades here. So the week, like the first week of November, you could see I only took 2 trades. I skipped this 2 days because what? Elections. So I just didn't want to get, I know that we had some like great moves happening, but I'm not here to risk when you don't know how market is going to react based on the news, based on so many things happening. It's just not working out for me. And I stayed out this 2 days just to wait for market to establish, for market to get a normal setup. And every single day, like I think only on that day, on Friday, I had 2 trades, because one of them was overnight trade from oil. An overnight trade, so I woke up, closed the position, and then entered another second trade. So that's why you can see this trade, why it says 0 and then it's green, because I entered in the evening time, and it was also oil trade. And as I told you before, for oil, I don't have that idea that it needs to be like 7 a.m. market opens. Oil trades a little bit different, and I only had 2 oil trades in the month of November, only when I see a good setup, when my alerts are in place and I see that like this is great and I'm entering. So I don't trade it regularly. Every day I trade ES, and this week from November 18th to November 22nd, 1.6k USD made. So this is all in US dollars, even though I live in Canada, but trading is all in US dollars, just important to say. In the last week of the month, I had 1 trade on Monday. Then, because it was a Thanksgiving holiday in the United States, so market was pretty slow. Market was closed on some of the days. We didn't really have a lot of volume as well. But what's important to say, and I said it at the beginning of the video, I do still have 1 open swing trade. And that open swing trade will go to the month of December. So right now I'm recording this video on December 1st. I will keep you posted in a month from now how that trade go for me. We will see. So I did not close a position. It's a swing trade, and we will reflect on it later on in a month from now. But yeah, overall, that's where we currently stand, slowly but surely going up, up, up. Now the goal by the end of the year, again, try to double the account, at least get back my 80% of return. Let's see how it's gonna go. I'm not in a rush, and just taking it slowly, step by step, having good trades, good executions, clear strategy, testing things out if anything. And again, I'm doing that challenge of trying to, not trying, actually doing it, trading, growing the account from 5K and more and more and more and more. So now we doubled, and 15 trading days in total for the month of November, 4K profit. And yeah, that's how the months of November go for me. That's October. Oh, I wanted to show you, to compare the November 2023. So this is November 2024, right? 15 trading days, 14 trades, 4K profit. And I'll just show you, so you know that it all takes time, and we all learn, and we all know where do we currently stand, and we all know that it's not always ideal. It's all part of the journey, and I'm always happy to share that journey. It's not always nice and butterflies. Also funny, 15 trading days. Oh no, this did not. I'll do it here one more time. So November 2023 and November 2023. Didn't go well. One more time. Okay. Here we go. 15 trading days. Look at how many trades. 61 trades. And how many more times? It is 61 divided by 14. Almost over 4 times more trades in a month of November last year. Trade win, you can see that clearly. It's only 59% profit factor. It's like, look, average win loss somehow similar, but day win 53%, and technically it's like a break even. 8 winning days and 7 losing days, and down overall $400 last year. Like during that time, I was trading CL, ES, and which is funny because I was, this is full contract. This is full contract, ES. But you could see the profits, 237, 150. I was just showing you like the same profits with me trading 3 micro contracts, 4 micro contracts, making even more profit than this, meaning that I was closing the trades so fast. I was rushing the trades, and like, look, like some days it's like 6 trades, 9 trades, like 8 trades. What the heck was that? You can see that it was a total mess. That's what happens when a person does not have a clear strategy. That what happens when you just trade for the sake of trading. And if you have not watched my trading addiction video, because a month later after this, in December, that's when I realized that I have a trading addiction. If you move to December, well, look at December, like, right? December last year, down 1.2K. And look at those losses, 1.7 loss, 1.1, 138. Yes, I have like one day, like extra 1K. Like this was a total mess. That's what I was saying in my videos about the addiction. That's when I looked at December. I was like, this is a total mess. How can you take 22 trades per day? Like, why would you even do that? So yeah, for me, you could see clearly last year at the exactly same time. That's a huge difference, and it's also an example for you that lots of things can change after a year. And here I was trading with a bigger capital, And right now I'm only trading with 5K, with having a better returns, having a better, cleaner strategy. And it's so much different. Like, it's just insane how different it is. I'm just actually curious to see how many contracts was it. This is this year, right? You guys can see like how many ticks, 328, that was like closing it. And I want to see that time one more time. I don't know if it's gonna, oh yeah. So we see 8 minus 56. It's a CL. I was trading oil pretty actively back then. Oh, you see, like so early. We get how many? Like 4? 19 ticks? 19 ticks. Like, what the heck is that? 12 ticks. You guys, you should see, you probably see it. It is a clear difference. Like, literally closing the position for 3 points. Like, that's how things look when you don't have a clear strategy, when you don't hold the positions, when you, like, yeah. So it was a total mess. It was a total mess, but it's fascinating. It's fascinating to see. That's why even like sharing my journey here and sharing everything, and even myself going back and looking at this whole journey, it's just fascinating to see when you go back here, right? And when you look at the November of this year, this is a crazy difference. So thank you everyone for watching, and I hope with me doing that recap you also learned something new, maybe some things you're going to implement for yourself, or maybe I made you thinking about your trades. I made you thinking about going and analyzing your trades and looking at your journey. And maybe if you don't journal and don't, like, I don't know, just have any record of your trades, highly encourage you to do that. Because look, you can just go back. I just literally showed you. I went back a year ago and I showed you how my execution was a year ago when it was totally messy. And like right now, acknowledging the trades, being in full control, not only of your trades and execution, but being in full control of your mind as well, and not being afraid to lose and cutting the positions and preserving your capital. So that's why, yeah, grateful for this month, excited for the month of December. We'll keep you posted. But yeah, 80% up in the month of November, 14 trades, 15 trading days. And what was the biggest profit day? I believe was over a little bit 473 from one trade 473. This is after commissions, by the way. This is after commissions, after all of the fees. And yeah, because I just export all of the data here, so this already after brokerage fees, any other fees. So this is after all of this. So thank you everyone for watching, and thank you for being part of my journey. And I will keep you posted where my 5K challenge stands in the month of December. Yeah, have a good one, everyone.